Our next presenter is Josie Sparks. Josie is not actually a college student yet. She is currently a high school senior in Indiana, and she plans to major in environmental and sustainability studies at IU. But she is also the founder and executive director of Yellowwood Youth, and today she'll talk about the power of the youth voice.
Hello, everybody. I will go ahead and put the link to our website in the chat if you want to look around more, but I'm going to share my screen. So, like she said, I am the founder of Yellowwood Youth, which is a youth organization, youth-geared organization for environmental project-based events in Bloomington. And I didn't start it until December of 2019. So this is all really within the past year, what we've been able to do and the impact we've been able to have in Bloomington, and ways that you can get involved or that kids in our community can get involved. So the first thing was the shoe strike, which, as you can see, there are a lot of shoes there. A shoe strike is a COVID safe way to have a climate strike and also benefit the local community and keep shoes out of landfills, and basically an all-around good thing to do. So I only needed 4 people to help me with this event, and we got 836 pairs of shoes donated to this event, which we spread out over 12 or 13 different organizations and shelters and rehabilitation centers, pregnancy crisis centers, places like that really need them. And the people that are also on the front lines of the climate crisis, even in Indiana, where we may not feel as many of those direct effects, those that are experiencing homelessness are really the ones that are on the front lines feeling the effects day to day. So we tried to give back to the community, and this is something that you can do and you can set up really easily. I had no idea how to do it when I started, jumped right in, and after 2 weekends, this is what we got. So you can do it. And then the second thing was the podcast. So this was the first project I actually started, and I didn't know what to do. COVID had hit. I was all excited to do these projects with these other students and these people around town, and then everything shut down. So I was trying to think, what are ways that I can still get connected with those people that are going to benefit me later on? What are ways I can learn from them? And how can I share that with the broader community? So I started the podcast, and I reached out to some pretty crazy high up people, in my opinion, and they actually ended up saying yes and let me pick their brains, if you will, on their jobs and their life and how they got where they are, what they care about the most, and how other people can get involved with their organizations. So you can see Debbie Raffel is the director of the Department for the Environment in San Francisco. And obviously they are a leading force in policy and government for how you can run a city sustainably. And she talked about the role of youth in policy and getting involved, which fits perfectly with the O'Neill School. So if any of you are interested in that, or what she looks for in a candidate for a job there, she shares all of that in that episode. So point of this slide being, you can do something like all these things I did for almost free. I have a computer, so as long as you have a computer, you're good. But I didn't have a fancy microphone. I didn't have fancy editing software. I downloaded a free audio editing software, and I use a free app that puts it out on all streaming platforms. So you can do this too with whatever your topic is. If you just want to write, some kind of essays or statements and read them yourself and upload them, they don't have to be long. This is something that you can do on the side and be creating content that influences people without having to be out in the world in the same way. So if you know anybody that you think would be a good person to have on the podcast, or if you want to be in an episode, I'll share my contact at the end, and just reach out and let me know, who they are, who you are, and what you do, and we can get you on the podcast. Next is the ebook, my current favorite project. Very near and dear to my heart. I love art and writing, so a way to get kids involved. How do we get them to express themselves and be able to share what they're thinking and feeling? Because these kids, I didn't learn about the climate crisis in school, but I should have. And I felt it. I knew about it, but I had to learn through the internet, and I had to deal with it myself. And watching other people suffer because of these impacts does have a mental health effect, and climate anxiety is real. But kids also love the environment, and they love being out in it, and they play outside all the time, and they notice things that we as adults may not, with where we are in life. So I wanted to have a way to share their view and how they see the world, what they want to protect, what they're scared of, what, calls to action. I mean, you can see there's cake decorating, paintings, we had poems, and um, a satirical essay about polar bears. I mean, literally anything you can think of. So this is open to kids kindergarten through high school in the whole state of Indiana. So feel free to share. And there is a form on the website. So you can just submit a Google Drive link through that, and it will be an ebook. All of their work remains their own, so no worries about that. We're not gonna take their work. So yeah, this is really just to share the motivations of youth and try to get it to the people where it'll make the most difference. So if we're able to put this book in print, we really want to send copies of that to our state legislators and local legislators around the state to really share what youth care about and what they want to share and change, and hopefully those people will act on it. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is our blog. We do have toolkits for both the podcast and the shoe strike. So if you want to do those events, it's probably even too much information, but there are step by step exactly what we did, exactly how it worked. And for the shoe strike, exactly how much money we did have to pay out of pocket to be able to host this event at the scale that we did. So if you want to do this, there's your ticket to do it, and you might have to change some things for where you are or your time, the time that you have. But you can do it. And if you would like to send us a blog post, if you write or you want to share about an event coming up or something like that, you can write that up and email it to us, and you can be posted on the blog as a guest speaker. We've already had, I think one of them is posted, but more are on the way, so feel free to do that. And the last thing that I wanted to share with you is the mats project that we are doing currently. So if you're in Bloomington right now, there is a box at my house. You can email us, and I will send you the address that you can drop the boxes off at, or the plastic bags off at. But basically, during COVID, we noticed that, my mom noticed actually, that she wasn't allowed to bring her reusable bags. And when we're still doing pickup because we're being extra safe until we're all vaccinated, and we couldn't request to use reusable bags or for them to put them in reusable bags. We had to take plastic, which we didn't like. So we thought, what can we do with these? And I saw online that you can weave or braid plastic bags into really long lasting mats for people that are experiencing homelessness. So they're actually more hygienic than a lot of fabrics or mattresses, because plastic, there's nothing in it for bugs to get at or to want to live in. So it's actually, it'll help prevent against disease rather than invite it, or mold like a wet fabric would. So if you'd like to donate, you totally can. On our website, we have exactly how we're making them, the videos that we're following, all of the pictures of steps will be up soon. So if you're not here and you can't donate to ours, you can do this on your own and just collect over the years and then donate those mats to organizations that can hand them out to the people that need them most. So that's kind of like a whirlwind of everything that we've done in the last year almost. But if you would like to send ebook submissions, you can send it through email or through the form on the website. Again, if you'd like to write a blog or suggest someone to be on the podcast or be on it yourself, any way that you want to get involved with any of what we're doing, you can reach out anytime. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Josie. Josie reached out to me personally and let me know that she was with Yellowwood Youth, which I had never heard of before. I looked at the organization and I was blown away that Josie is not even a college student yet. She's still in high school and is already running a nonprofit that has so many different initiatives and a number of different ways that everyone can get involved still during COVID. So thank you so much, Josie. I know that she shared a link in the chat, but we will also make sure to share this with the resources that we send out to registered attendees, and we will also share on our Facebook. So thank you.